Meanwhile, Sports Illustrated under fire over its criticism of a former high school coach awaiting a U.S. Supreme Court decision after he was fired for praying on the field. According to Sports Illustrated, a win for Coach Kennedy would be, quote, an erosion of a bedrock of American democracy. Really?
Joining us now to react, that former high school coach, Joe Kennedy, along with First Liberty Institute Special Counsel, Jeremy Dice. Gentlemen, thank you for being with us again.
Absolutely.
Good morning.
So, Joe, I'll start with you. When you read that headline, I mean, I read the entire article. It took me about an hour to read it. It's a beautiful article. It shows both sides, talks about your childhood and all that you've overcome, and now the influence that God's had on your life, and how you're influencing the lives of these players. But that headline, was it just clickbait? What did you think when you read that?
Well, after meeting with Greg, the writer of it, terrific guy, and I think he did an awesome job, like you said, of telling the story. And I don't know if it's our editors, but somebody, boy, they sure wanted somebody to get a response, and I think they did.
Yeah. So, Jeremy, if Joe wins, that his win will be eroding democracy?
Quite to the contrary, it's going to firm up the support for religious freedom and freedom in general in this country that is found in our Constitution. You know, I'm with Coach. I really enjoyed our time talking with Greg. I don't know what kind of tug of war he got in with the editors or what happened there. I don't know what occurred exactly, but it seems like the sports media just can't tell a good story or let a good story speak for itself here. Coach Kennedy has been working diligently for years just to get back on that football field. And this entire controversy is over one simple thing, whether or not he can pray by himself at the 50-yard line following the games that he coaches in. That shouldn't be threatening to democracy whatsoever. It's not. And it's I think we're going to learn at the end of the month just how far the Constitution protects his rights to be able to do that very thing, which the article at the end of the day agrees that he's going to be able to do.
You know, Jeremy, what I found interesting, just to talk, I need lawyers speak on this. When you read the whole article and you hear the sound bites of the justices arguing this case, they talk about coercion. You hear that word a lot. And it's, was it coercion? Was he trying to coerce these players to get out on the field and pray? And that's what they're trying to argue, because if a player doesn't go, is he not going to be able to play? And I was thinking, my dad's a coach. He plays the best players. You know, he tries to give everyone a chance, but you play your best players. And then I was thinking, if I had a coach that were Jewish or were Muslim and were out there praying, I might join him or her and pray to Jesus, you know, and it wouldn't affect me at all if he or she wanted to go and pray to his or her God. So how do you think this ruling will end? What do you think? How do you think they'll argue the coercion part of this?
Well, I think the justices are going to go back and read the school district's own words back in October of 2015, when they said, after a lengthy investigation of Coach Kennedy's practice of praying by himself at the 50-yard line after the games, they concluded that there is indeed no evidence of any student being coerced to pray or otherwise during his time as a football coach. Right. And at the end of the day, I think that's exactly what the justices understand actually happened here. This was a practice that Coach Kennedy had to do by himself. Right. That's the covenant he made with God, was to go to the 50-yard line by himself after the football game. Right. Okay. That's why he was fired. Sure. And that's what the school district said that he was fired for. Look, you guys can read it for yourselves as well. You can just go to CoachKennedyFacts.com and read all the words from the school district and all of the language we put together as well.
Coach, real fast. What the Sports Illustrated article, however, is predicting is that you're going to win.
Yeah, I do like that part, and I've been waiting every day. So maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday, keep your fingers crossed, and heaven forbid if you said a prayer. All
right, Jeremy and Coach, thank you very much for joining us live.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Praying for both of you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.